back to our shop here in North Georgia. Well, we're getting ready to move on with our mahogany dresser. If you followed us in part 1 yesterday, you saw us repair this broken drawer front, second drawer down on this side. We also built a new drawer slide or drawer guide for one of the lower drawers. We stripped and sanded it, so now we're ready to refinish it. The system that I use is Mohawk. What I'll be doing is applying a spray coat of a vinyl sanding sealer, lacquer sanding sealer. That'll then be sanded down with 220. Then over top of that I'll shoot its first coat of semi-gloss lacquer. Once that dries, we're going to start playing around with color. You'll see when this gets sprayed that the color of the mahogany will change. What I'm shooting for is the brown mahogany color, which has a little bit of gold in it and a little bit of light brown, kind of like the original color. So we'll start playing around with colors. I'll shoot color toners over top of the lacquer coat. If it needs it, we'll put on a thin coat of glaze. We'll probably use a Van Dyke brown for that because that's got a little bit of red in it. And then we'll top coat it. Between top coats of lacquer, it'll be sanded. So this will be an all-day project. We'll be in and out of the shop because of dry times. And there's really not a lot that you can see by me spraying each coat. So what I'll do is just kind of give you a highlight of each coat that I put on here, and then we'll have a chance to see what it looks like when it's all done. I'm hoping I can get it done in one day. It's a very hot and muggy day here in North Georgia. The temperatures will be in the mid-90s again, and it may affect the dry time. And whenever it's very muggy, you always run the risk of having what's called blush. Blush is when the lacquer coat the top of the lacquer dries before the moisture in the air can get out, and it gives a cloudy finish. The solution to that is to put in what's called a lacquer retarder, which is a chemical that slows the drying of the lacquer. That allows the moisture to escape. The problem is it leaves the lacquer open a little bit longer, and dust and bugs and things can fall in it, so it's kind of a trade-off. But we'll see how we do. But right now we're pretty well ready to shoot the seal coat. I'm just going to light sand the top one more time, and then we'll get it blown off and wiped down, and we'll shoot this first coat of sanding sealer. Give that half hour, probably 45 minutes to dry, and then sand it off, and then we'll start with top coat and color. So stick with us. And as I expected, this is blush, where the lacquer has dried before the moisture escaped. That's not a big deal. When I sand this off, that'll come off. We'll just add a little blush retarder to everything that we've sprayed today. morning, welcome back to our shop in North Georgia. This is day 3 of the restoration of this mahogany dresser. If you've been following along, we've taken care of all the repairs, including inlaying a new piece for the drawer. Yesterday was a big day where we got a number of coats of finish on it. We've got 2 coats of sealer, a coat of lacquer, a coat of glaze, and then another coat of lacquer. Today I'd like to sand the entire piece. We'll light sand the entire piece. We'll shoot another coat of lacquer on it, which should be the final coat. I don't think we need to do any color work on it. I'll take a better look at it, but I'm pretty happy with the color right now. And then once the lacquer we put on this morning sets up, we'll reinstall the hardware and call this one done. So stick with us, we're getting close.